everyone, it's Lelia or the creator here, and I'm here with another episode of YapFest, and it's on a topic I actually wasn't going to speak on, but I got really pissed off, and I think it's time that I should talk about it, even though the news has been out for a few days already. So this is K-pop related, and you might be wondering, why the heck are you not uploading this on your K-pop channel? Well, that's because that channel is mainly for edits and compilations, and I do a lot of my commentary work on here. So I will be posting it on there. That I have a link to this video, but they may find it on their own if they're interested in this situation. So I found this whole situation very, if I had to say it in Korean terms, forgive me for my American accent, it's very 어이없어. It's so ridiculous and nonsensical to me, but that's probably because I grew up outside of Korea, so my mindset is way different. And I also want to preface that just because most of the people who are against Seunghan returning is Korean, it doesn't mean every single Korean fan is against him. I just feel like the antis are going to end up being way louder because of their negative opinions. They're gonna drown all the people who are in support of him, and unfortunately, he is leaving the group, as you all know. Now, before we get into that, I'm going to talk about the controversy he was in. I mean, this happened last year, so I'm sure most people already know, but for those who don't and are non-K-pop fans, this is a rundown for y'all. I'm going to start with the smaller issues because I feel like in general, just reviewing everything, it seems like they're more so focused on one specific thing, and I'll get to that, you probably already know. The smallest controversy I'm going to start with, which is disproven, is false, there was nothing of the sort, is that people thought he was bad-mouthing or mocking Sserafim's Eunchae, which that was not the case at all. So where this took place was, there was a private Instagram live that Seunghan did with TXT Subin. I don't know if there's any record of this live stream. I tried to look for it, but maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. But apparently, according to what information I could find, it was a mistranslation. So all in all, it was taken out of context. It was not really him bad-mouthing anyone. He wasn't mocking Eunchae at all. It's just rumors fly and people took off with it and just started hating on him more. This just added more fuel to the fire to when his original controversy came out. So the next thing I want to talk about is that there was a leaked photo of him allegedly smoking, he had a lit cigarette and he was walking around Japan or something. Look, I am not into smoking either. I hate it. I hate the smell. I don't like vaping either, but that's just my opinion, right? And to make matters worse, apparently there's an alleged friend that came out who also added onto the claim that he does smoke and drink in public. Okay, look, if he's an adult, which he is by the way, and the legal age in Korea is 19, but I understand why people would have issues if he was doing this as a minor, but let me just say this, you guys. I was in high school once. I was a teenager. For those who don't know, I'm 25. And I remember from my high school days, teenagers do stupid shit. Does every single teenager do the same thing? No, of course not. So we see this in real life, where teenagers will underage drink, they'll smoke, they'll vape, they'll smoke weed, do drugs, the whole shebang. But my point here is that even if he smoked or drank when he was a minor, I'm just saying teenagers do that. Well, yes, they can get in trouble. I know, I get it. But if a normal teenager does that, they don't get any backlash. But that's because he's a celebrity. And what's unfair is that because of his celebrity image, they're essentially having this holier-than-thou mindset, those who are against him, not people in support of him. International fans, I think, are very chill and are in support of him coming back. We're very relaxed about all these quote-unquote controversies, but that's because our mindset is way different, I guess, compared to Korean fans. Man, if any Korean fan that understands English and is against Seunghan watches this video, they're gonna hate my guts, aren't they? I don't know how old the people who are against him are. If they're adults, god dang, you're an adult and you're against this poor guy. You have nothing better to do with your life if you're an adult and you're actively protesting against him. There's another alleged claim that this alleged friend said. So apparently this is not confirmed, that he was discriminatory to other trainees and he would engage with girls from other agencies. Lastly, he would do private Instagram lives without the company's knowledge. Discriminatory actions or treating other trainees unfairly, I understand why that's terrible, but the thing is, at the end of the day, this claim is not confirmed and it's just a rumor. But with no proof of this being real, because this is just an alleged friend, we don't know, this could be someone making up random shit. Sorry, forgive me for my language, I'm just so fired up about this. We can't really say anything about his character. Now, if there was legitimate proof that he actually was a terrible human being, okay, then at that point I can admit that I was wrong, but this is not confirmed at all, so we're basically just making up shit at this point. Now, the private Instagram lives, okay, I find this to be actually the least problematic thing here. So I'm sure, like, agencies have some sort of rules about posting on social media, especially when you're a trainee. You shouldn't be doing this, you can't be doing that. I wouldn't know because I've never auditioned for a company, I've never been a trainee, I don't know the ins and outs of the entertainment industry. But I'm sure that they would have some sort of rules. In that case, it's up to the agency to punish him, so if he does break the rules, it's the agency's job to punish him, but remember, this is not confirmed. So, now we're going to the main controversy. This is what I believe that most people are pissed about, those who are against him. What happened was, apparently there was a leaked photo of him allegedly kissing his former girlfriend. Another rumored photo was that it was in a hotel, and they allegedly claim that the girl was a minor. Here's my theory, because it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed, remember that, y'all. If it were to be confirmed, I would assume it would be like when he's 19 and the girl could be like a year or two younger than him, because 19 is the legal age in Korea. So that's what I'm assuming, but it's not confirmed. You know, they could very well just be the same age, and we don't know that because it's not confirmed. It's none of our business. Now, for those who are not K-pop fans, or any, like, fan of any sort of idol culture, it could be, like, in Japan or whatever country, right? It's very toxic over there. If you're into anime, you've probably seen Oshi no Ko. It's an idol anime, and you can clearly see, like, the toxicity of the entertainment industry, especially the first episode, man. But it's like, if you get caught in a dating scandal, especially like early on in your idol career, that's practically a death sentence to your career, and that's very unfortunate. Thankfully enough, there were people who defended him, and they're like, look, he's still human, he still has emotions, do we expect him to be like a brick wall? Like, do we expect them to be like a monk and like be celibate and not have any romantic attraction to anyone, not have feelings? Like, they can fall in love with people just like you and I can, but it's definitely okay for us to fall in love, but not for idols. That's the toxicity of idol culture. But for those fans who are against idol dating, this is probably more so addressed to Korean fans because it's kind of more so normalized for them to act like this, which is unfortunate. Like I said in my preface in the introduction, that I'm sure not every single Korean fan is like this. I'm sure there are people who are happy for their idols who date. It's just they're the minority, and the vocal majority are those who are against it. And I hope one day it changes. I hope one day we can like provide a space where idols feel comfortable to announce that they're happy in a relationship or they're going to get married, and then people can just all be supportive instead of hating on them. This is where I also definitely feel like they have a holier than thou mentality, those who are against him, mainly because remember how I said, oh, teenagers do stupid shit, they'll like underage drink, they'll smoke, they'll do whatever. But then it's okay for these quote-unquote fans to partake in those activities, but the moment their idols are like exposed to have done that or do something, that, oh, they're terrible people. They're quick to turn the narrative against these individuals. So what happened was, after RIIZE debuted, after 2 months, Seunghan went into hiatus. And then recently, a few days ago, SM revealed that he will be returning to the group. But newsflash, I got this news from another K-pop YouTuber because my algorithm suggests K-pop channels and I see community posts from these channels, and I saw that he will be leaving the group. And at first I thought it was some sort of prank. I thought I was getting pranked. While I'm not a BRIIZE myself, I casually have listened to some of RIIZE's songs and I do like them. I just didn't want to get into them until Seunghan came back. Like, I wanted his comeback arc, pretty much. And once he returned, I will commit myself into getting into the group. I was like rooting for him the entire time because I found this whole controversy to be stupid. I'm sure a lot of people found this controversy to be absolutely ridiculous. But no, lo and behold, it's not a joke. And the thing is, he himself has made the decision to leave. Because you know what? People sent funeral wreaths to protest. And I'm so pissed. Because I recently had a death in my family a week ago. And I'm not here to like farm sympathies or condolences. Please don't comment that in the comments. You don't have to do that. That's not the point of me sharing this. But it reminded me, like, you send flowers as sympathy and for your condolences for the grieving family, and, you know, to, like, let them know that you have them in their mind and that you're sorry for their loss. That's not the reason for funeral wreaths. You're using funeral wreaths for the wrong reason. You're using them as a protest for someone who's still alive. Like, I don't know if you want to send a message that you want them to be unalive. But apparently the so-called protest is against SM and for like going against their ways or some BS like that. Can you imagine how Seunghan might feel seeing that? Because apparently, allegedly, there was a guy who saw it, but we don't know if it's actually him. Whoever it is, leave the poor guy alone. We don't know, and I'm sure he's probably seen it. Even if he wasn't there, he probably knows about it. Like, let's be real here. But the whole funeral wreath thing, I find it highly disrespectful. Not only are you using it for the wrong purposes, but like, what is the point? You're just trying to ruin this guy's life at this point just because he had a girlfriend? Because the other controversies, whatever allegations, they're not confirmed. The engaging with other girls from other agencies, like, come on, dude. That's the least of our issues. It could just be him being friendly. If he decided to date these girls, then just let him be. Newsflash, your favorite idols are dating and you can't stop them. They're doing it secretly because of people like you, because you're going to ruin their life just because they want to be happy, they want to date. Like, you cannot imprison them and make sure that they don't date at all. You know what? If you want them to not date at all, why don't you do the same thing? Why don't you prevent yourself from dating, finding someone that'll make you happy? Because not only is this job like very stressful, and you wonder why their mental health may be very much so in a bad state, because you're adding on to the stress as well, and I hope you're happy with that. Now, I'm not saying that to these casual people or people who are in support of him. I hope you guys don't get like intimidated by me, because I'm definitely not saying that towards you guys who are in support of him. I'm just saying this about people who are very against him and hard pressed about his dating scandal, because I feel like that's the main thing that people have a stick up their ass about. And I don't know if you want me to read his letter, but I'll read it just in case people have not seen it. I totally understand. So this is what his letter translated says. Hello, it's Seunghan. I know that a lot of people are taking my return to promote seriously, and I too am aware of the seriousness of this situation. As I deeply reflected, I began to worry and feel sorry, wondering if I had only been too focused on my own thoughts until now, if I was causing too much trouble for the members in the company, and whether if it's truly okay for me to be a part of a team like RIIZE, which deserves to be loved by people. That's why I feel that leaving the team might be the best decision for everyone. I don't want to cause any more confusion or pain to the fans, nor do I want to cause any more trouble for the members and the company. I would like to express my gratitude to the company and the members who made efforts to give me another chance. Even though I am lacking in so many ways, I want to apologize and thank those who have supported me until now. I truly do not want the relationship between RIIZE and BRIIZE, who have been supporting each other and growing together, to worsen because of me. It really breaks my heart to see fans who are more than enough just by loving RIIZE, fighting with each other because of me. I sincerely hope that RIIZE that I love will continue to receive even more love in the future, and I will support them sincerely. So originally when I heard that he was leaving, I wondered if SM like cracked and like kicked him out, but it turns out that it's his own decision. I believe it is his decision because I definitely, if I were to be in the shoes, I would feel bad for the group. I would see like how much backlash that I was getting, that I would be like, holy crap, this is just gonna drag the group down. Don't want to do that to the members. You know, they've been working so hard while I've been gone, but then suddenly like all this backlash is just gonna, you know, worsen everything. So maybe it's best that I leave. At least that's the way I would be thinking if I were to be in his shoes. And it's just so sad. And I saw a bunch of comments on TikTok because I saw people posting about it. People were pointing out Korean fans think that it would ruin RIIZE's reputation if Seunghan came back. But in reality, they've been losing followers ever since this news broke out. Now, if you're a BRIIZE, I'm not saying you need to quit supporting them. I get it, it's sad, especially if you were rooting for his return. I understand you would find it hard to support them. I don't think this is going to be that huge of a hit against the group. And the reason why I think that is I'm sure the people who are against Seunghan are more than enough going to financially support the group. Dude, they sent funeral wreaths. How expensive are these? I need to figure that out. They might have like combined funds. So according to this website, it depends. It looks like the flower wreaths are at the very cheapest price, like about $100. I'm not sure how much it is in Korean currency. Here's the other thing that pissed me off about these wreaths, okay? I know I keep talking about them because it's the thing that pissed me off so much. Apparently, K-netizens are praising BRIIZE for cleaning up the wreaths. And that is like the bare minimum thing you can do. I mean, at least they didn't like just leave it there just to litter, pretty much. But apparently the OT6 fans, you know, combined efforts to hire people to clean it up. It still doesn't sit right with me to like praise them, right? Am I the only one that feels that way? Like, it just feels weird praising them because they started this petty shit in the first place. Anyways, I'm afraid that this video has gone too long because it ended up being more of a rant. Because the more I think about it, the more pissed off I get. And I'm not even a fan of the group. And I didn't even follow them that much. But I was rooting on the sidelines ever since I heard about this controversy. When I got back into K-pop, he comes back and then dude leaves because of all the backlash. And I'm sure, like, part of it was definitely, you know, looking out for the group, but I feel like the other part of it is that it's just affecting his mental health, and I feel bad for him. I hope if he decides to continue being in the entertainment industry, I'm sure he's going to find success, especially because there are people who are still in support of him. They're going to follow in whatever he does, whether it be him debuting as a solo artist or going into acting like some people have said. If he chooses to stay in the entertainment industry, that is. I wish nothing but success for the guy, because it was just unfortunate that these leaks happened. If they didn't happen in the first place, he would have still been in the group. Whoever leaked them, I hope you're happy with yourself. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I probably made enemies of Korean fans. I mean, I may be Korean by blood. I definitely don't have the same mindset as them, but then again, like I said, not every single Korean fan is going to be like this about their idols. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.